The a cappella singers and their invitation to you to listen to today's episode of Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Voice Over Voice. Hello, I'm Tweeter Stewart, TWWETERSTEWART on Twitter. Today's episode is entitled Conversational Intonation. It's key 13 in our keys to conversationality. And today, we're talking about conversational intonation. Now, we've spent some time in the past talking about intonation about 6 months ago. And intonation, along with conversationality, are two subjects which a lot of voice trainers, voice coaches, read out loud, presenter coaches and so on, shy away from. Why do they shy away from? Well, because I've been on some of these courses. I've taught some of these people. I've read their books. They shy away from it because it's difficult, because they don't know how to explain intonation and conversationality. They don't know, so they kind of mumble and stumble their way through it, and they hide it in a couple of paragraphs and get rid of it because they don't know what they're talking about. They don't want to be exposed. They don't want to be caught out. So they either hide it or they don't talk about it at all. This is where we have spent weeks talking about intonation and conversationality, and it's not over yet. But suffice to say that today we're joining conversationality and intonation together as another key to sounding natural and authentic. Flattening out your intonation, but obviously keeping it in the correct place. And if you don't know what the correct place is, then look back at our episodes from the middle to the end of 2021. And flattening out your intonation will usually make your sound more conversational. You'll move away from the announcery sound, or as though you're on stage or to a room full of people. I remember talking about the barbecue. The barbecue story, the barbecue example, about 2/3 of the way through last year, and how you change your intonation and loudness levels depending on who you're talking to, how familiar you are with them, how many other people there are, where they are in a relationship to you, and the subject matter as well. So, as I say, look back for the barbecue episode on Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Voice Over Voice. As we saw before, we're often either going up at the end of a sentence to indicate a question or hesitancy or incomplete thought, or down. And going down at the end of a sentence shows certainty and finality. Shows certainty and finality. Going down at the end of a sentence there. But in a conversational read, your sentence reflection at the end is somewhere right in between those. It's in the middle. It's the best floor mop on the market. That's not going up. It's the best floor mop on the market. And it's not going down. It's the best floor mop on the market. It's usually in the middle. It's the best floor mop on the market. Oh, and if you want to go back and listen to that episode about proximity and the proximity effect when it comes to human spacing and the kind of voice you use, then it's episode 338. This is Peter Stewart. Thank you for listening to today's episode. Tomorrow, how gestures can help you with conversationality. We open door number 14 with key number 14 as Get a Better Broadcast Podcast and Voice Over Voice continues. From London, I'm Peter Stewart.